Hi there, it's Jenny from Midwife and Life, and I'm going to talk to you today a bit about our bedtime routine, particularly what we do with Daniel, who's nearly 2 now. I've been asked by Bepanthen to do their bedtime challenge, so I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what we do, and it works differently for everybody, so you just find something that works for you. So around 6:30, depending on how tired he is, we'll dim the lights, we draw the curtains, make sure things are tidied away, the toys are tidied away. I try and tell the others to be quiet a little bit if possible, not to do any running around, and so if necessary we draw the curtains, we turn the lights down, just put a side light on, and I might read him a couple of books, or sometimes we watch The Night Garden, something like that, something low-key. And even when they're very small, like 1 or under, read them a little story. Even these things like these little board books are great. They take very little time to read. They get used to turning the pages, and they can, because they're board books, it doesn't matter, they can grab it and throw it, it doesn't matter. And they just get into the habit of doing that little routine. And we don't always have a bath every night, but most times we do. Because when they have a bath, it raises their temperature slightly, and then when they get out it drops the temperature slightly, which can bring on a feeling of sleepiness. And after that bath, you've only then got a small window where that is actually helpful. So if you bath them too early and then an hour later, it's not really going to have the same effect. They don't need washing every day, and I don't wash his hair every day. Perhaps once a week I'll wash his hair, and that seems to work quite well. Bath time products, you know, you can get all sorts of sleep inducing things, baby things, and you don't need them. You know, as long as you've got a mild soap, it's fine. I use this one for everybody, for me, for the kids. It's Relaxing Sleep Bath Soak. It's got chamomile and ylang in it. But anything like that with a relaxing, anything that says soothing, relaxing, lavender is good. Will help them. That's scent. Again, it's probably a tiny little part of it, but if every little helps to get them off to sleep. And you know, we like to have bath toys. These sort of waterproof books are good. Again, gets them used to books, and that can stick on the tiles. And we've got a little friend who sits on our tap, little tappy here, and he's got little fingers with numbers on, and he sits on the hot tub and stops any burns and stuff on the tap, and you can feed him water, so we quite like that one as well.
Where's the fish gone?
Oh, I'm saying
Oh,
fish.
where's the fish?
Fish.
There's the fish. Oh, where's he gone?
Fish.
Where's the fish gone?
Oh. Go.
He's gone.
They're like it's splashing on them. Oh my god, he's
Then
so
after the bath, we've got this towel that we use. Any towel will do, you don't need anything special. There's all these hooded towels you can get. This one is quite good because it's got an apron style, so you put it around your neck, clip it on, and then you've got your hands free once you clip it up to gather them up in it. But quite often I forget to do that and just use the other one. And my little one at the moment, he loves to run off. He won't lie still for his nappy change. He likes to, once the nappy's off, he likes to run off, say wee wee, and just wee on the floor. And I've tried to say wee wee in the potty, although I'm not potty training it by any means, but he keeps saying wee wee and running off and weeing, but he won't sit down on the potty and wee. So I think we've got a fair way to go before he gets any of that. So that's our main struggle at the moment, is keeping him still.
Daniel, you can have your nappy changed.
I find that if I give him a distraction, it's good. If I give him a little toy, especially something that he has to fiddle with, that's good. When you're putting them down for sleep, obviously make sure that any nappy doesn't, I find all the brands are a bit of a muchness really. So just make sure the nappy is well fitting, whichever one you use. You've got the right size. We've recently had to go up a size for him because we noticed it wasn't quite lasting. It was okay overnight, but sometimes it would leak. So we've just gone up a size and obviously make sure it's well stuck on and well fitting. And overnight time I do like to use a nappy cream just to make sure they're not getting sore. With the Bepanthen, I've always used Bepanthen with all 3 of mine. I find it's the only one that really helps prevent nappy rash, and if they do get the slight redness or they get a soreness, sometimes if they eat too much citrus fruit, like if they have, like one time once with William, I gave him 2 tangerines in a row because he was really enjoying it, and I didn't realise that the acidity was going to come out in his poo and it burned his bottom really bad, and so from just one poo. So if you do get an emergency like that, this Bepanthen is the only one that I found really clears it up quick. They've changed the packaging slightly since I first started using it. You can get the other tubes with the screw-on lid, and I used to take the screw-off lid and give it to them to play with, and they play with it. But you have to make sure they don't lose it. So this one's got a nice flip lid, which I like, handy, and you can also unscrew it as well. And it's a handy little tube there. The actual cream itself is very non-sticky, non-greasy, and it doesn't leave that residue on their bottom, and you only need a very small amount of the cream. It's really nicely, look, it's gone already. No smell, and it's the best thing. And also if they get any little sore bits, if they're getting a bit of eczema or soreness on their face, I might just use a tiny bit of this as well. It's very good for that. Or if they've rubbed something, or then use a bit of this. Very good. Give me some help. So yes, so then hopefully you get them to sleep all night. Well, Daniel's not quite there. He does sleep through some of the times, like we'll have a few days or a week where he'll sleep through and I think, oh we've cracked it. And then he'll start waking up at 4 again, and then we're back to square one. It's hit and miss really, but if you get the environment, but getting them to bed and getting an evening is brilliant. And then sometimes he wakes up midnight or 4 o'clock or whatever, but we just deal with that. After we've sorted the nappy change, then I get him in his pyjamas and we have a little breastfeed before he goes to sleep. Sometimes I work nights, or if I'm out in the evening, then obviously he doesn't have the breastfeed. He doesn't have a bottle of milk because he's never had a bottle, and sometimes my husband will give him a cup of milk with a straw and he'll have a little bit of cow's milk, but sometimes nothing. He'll just have a drink of water or whatever, or a yogurt, and then he'll go off to sleep with my husband. We put him in his room, we'll rock him a little bit, and then we've got a music box, lullaby box that we put on, and then we'll put him down in his bed and sit with him until he goes to sleep. Sometimes he'll just go off to sleep by himself, and other times he'll need a bit longer, he'll need just to sit. So I'd love to hear all about your bedtime routines, what you do, what works for you, any tips. Leave them in the comments below or drop me an email.